Hello. All right, we are live, and this video is all about mindset. And as we know, you can have all the knowledge, you can have all the wonderful superfoods and organic ingredients and foods in your home. You can even know what you're supposed to eat, what you're supposed to drink, what you're supposed to put in your smoothies, but you don't do it. Or you do really well for a little while and then you quit, and so then you're on again, off again. Maybe it's like, I have to be perfect, so I'm going to wait till next week, next month, next year, whatever it is. You keep putting it off because you think, oh my God, I'm so not ready. You know, I got to be really, really ready for this. That's not going to get you anywhere. And so we're going to talk about some things you can think about, change your awareness, change your perception about some things, give you some tips, some tools, and some things to think about differently, give you more awareness around this whole thing that may help you next time or right now, so you decide to actually make this a lifestyle so that you are more easily be able to stay on track. Eat the foods that really fuel, oh my God, fuel and feed your cells the nutrients that they absolutely require to function their best so that your body works its best, right? That's what it's all about. It really is about health, no matter if you're somebody who really is interested in weight loss or decreasing the symptoms of your body. What it really comes down to is if you have symptoms, if you have things that really are out of whack, if you're gaining weight and you can't stop it, there's something wrong. There's something that could lead to ill health, or maybe you are not feeling healthy anyways right now, right? Healthy or energetic. So that's the thing that you need to really focus on, because as we know, weight loss, which I don't like that word anyways, has nothing to do with health in a way, right? Like you can lose weight in a very unhealthy way. And so the focus should always be on health. Okay, I'm just going to let the people know in my Facebook group, Women Creating Healthy Lives, that I am live. So if you're watching this on Facebook, this is where I'm doing these videos. And it's a free Facebook group for women over 40, Women Creating Healthy Lives. And that's where I hang out. That's where I do all my stuff. So if you find me, come into this group. That's where I'm going to hang out. And then I definitely put some of my videos up on YouTube for those who are not on Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, also, you can feel free to reach out to me regarding coaching or programs, because I am going to be setting up another couple self-study programs that you can also do some one-on-one with me. So there's one-on-one coaching, or I will be doing some self-study. So you don't have to be on Facebook to be part of my programs. Or coaching, right? Although many of them run that way, but you don't have to be. Okay. Hi, I see someone's here live. I'm just going to say in my group that I am on live now. And I would love to hear your input. Of course, if you're watching the replay, always make sure to comment. Make sure to let me know you're here. Same if you're watching live. That way Facebook, actually, it helps promote my videos more, and that Facebook lets you, will show my videos to you in the future. Because if Facebook doesn't think you're interested, it's not going to show you my videos or my stuff. And so you won't see my stuff. That's the way Facebook That's the way Facebook works now. It wants to see engagement on videos and posts, and then it will show you more of what I do, right? Then they'll think, oh, they're interested, so I'm going to show Diana's videos to them. But if not, it won't. I am, on live. Fresh if you don't see me. Okay. So I would love to know in the comments, for those watching the replay and live, let me know what your biggest mindset thing is. Like, what trips you up in mindset? Is it, I don't know, I just keep sabotaging, where there's a lot behind that, or emotional eating, or stress eating, or all or nothing, when I can't do it now because I have a wedding or something, so I'm going to wait, thinking you have to start and everything's got to be perfect. Or is it you're on again, off again, on again, off again? You do really well for a while, then you give up and you forget about it, right? Things like that. Maybe you blame other people, right? Where it's like, well, if I didn't have my family to feed, or this is what I get, right? I get, if I wasn't just cooking for me, I'd be able to make healthier food. And then I also get, if I was only cooking for me, then I would be able to make healthy food. But because I have a family to cook for, I just end up eating the stuff they end up eating, and then I don't get my own healthy food. So it comes from both ways. So what is a mindset thing that you know is tripping you up? Let me know. Or maybe you don't have any problems with that. Another one is procrastination or resistance. Like when you start to do something, you start to follow more of a healthy path or with eating good or whatever. And then all of a sudden you have this resistance to it. It's like, man, I said I wanted to do this. And now that I'm starting to do this, all this stuff is coming up, getting in the way of me doing it, right? Well, it's all natural. You are not alone. Everybody goes through this type of stuff. It's just in different areas of their life. I have sabotage behaviors. I have resistance. I procrastinate in other areas of my life, just not with healthy eating or my health, basically, right? So say hello when you're on. If you're watching the replay, make sure to, if you're watching live right now, let me know who's here. Say hello, and do a like or a love. Give me a comment. Let me know who's here. And what kind of sabotage or what kind of mindset stuff you deal with. What is your problem? Hello, Michelle. What things do you struggle with when it comes to mindset and eating healthy or wanting to lose weight and not being able to do it? Let me know in the comments. I have a bit of a snuffy nose. I had a little bit of a cold, first time in over 2 years. I never get them. So it only lasted a week. Not even a week. I got it Friday. It's pretty much over now. All right, come on, you guys. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear, if you want help, now's the time to get help from me, right? You're watching this. Ask questions. Post what you're dealing with in the comments. That is how I can help you. This is one of them. This is a really big thing, a really mindset issue, or I really think something that does trip some people up, right? I want to do this. I want these results. I want this. But they don't get any help with it. They don't take any action. You just want it. It's like waiting. I'm waiting for something to miraculously drop in and help me. I'm waiting until I get the motivation. Motivation comes from within you. You need to find the motivation, right? No one's going to give it to you. So I also want to remember is that you are not helpless. You're not hopeless. You have all the power within you, and you get to decide and commit that you're going to take action, that you're going to reach out and get help, or that you're going to find what works for you. You're going to study, you're going to research, you're going to read if you don't want to hire somebody, right? But I can tell you right now, hiring somebody is the absolute fastest, easiest, and less stressful way to move through this. Guaranteed 1,000%. Because to try to figure it all out on your own is, we can't see our own shit, basically. We let ourselves get away with a lot. And so when you're with someone or asking for some guidance, help, support, accountability, that's when you get the right information for you. You learn yourself how to move through these things, and then you work on it as you're moving through these things. All right, so let's hear about some of the things you guys are dealing with. So when we're dealing with food or weight loss or staying on track and all of that, there's a lot of programming and conditioning that happens as women when we're growing up. So it could be something that you're like, well, I can't put myself as a priority because, I was always told to put others first. So I always have to consider and make sure that I have the right food for my family, to make sure that they're all taken care of, and I just don't have time for me. Right? Does that sound familiar? And if I do try to take time for me or cook what I want to cook, then I feel bad because they're feeling deprived and I feel like I'm not taking care of them. Right? So if you have that type of people pleasing, or also just the programming conditioning that as a woman, we need to put everybody else first, do this, do that for other people. not consider ourselves, really. It's selfish if you really consider yourself. All of that programming and conditioning is going to get in the way of you actually staying on track, of you actually getting results, because you're actually doing what it takes and taking the time to do what it takes, right? And actually making the changes within you. So when you have this programming and conditioning, which all women do, we have to really realize what it is, and that it never is true or never was true. That the best thing you can do for yourself and others is to put yourself as a priority, is to know that your health is very, very important. And by you taking care of yourself, you are not taken away from someone else. Because we all know that a strong role model or somebody who lives it, right? Like, I'm watching that person. Wow, they inspire me because I watch them every day, how they live their life, how they eat, what they do for themselves. So that's how you can actually really help the people around you, is by doing the best for you and showing them that this is the way they get to live also. Right? Very, very important. Ivy. Hi, Becky. Yes, you're getting better with eating because Becky's in my programs. She's working so much on the mindset part of it. So that's excellent, right? So let's check into some of the mindset stuff. The all or nothing, right? Like, oh, it's just not the right time for me. I just have so many things going on, or I have a wedding coming up, or I have this coming up. So I can't start. I want to wait and start until I have time, until everything's perfect, right? Well, there won't be a time when everything's perfect. And when for one thing, you're going to eat anyways. You're living your life anyways. Time is passing anyways, right? Stop waiting for the perfect circumstance. Stop waiting for motivation to come. Stop waiting until you feel like it. That is just you not taking full responsibility for your life. You're waiting. It's like waiting for the prince to come to marry me and take away all my problems. That's exactly what that is, right? The all or nothing. You get to do your best every single day. You get to start right this minute. You get to start right this second. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect. So the all or nothing is thinking, oh, everything has to be in order. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be lined up, because when I start, I know that I need to be perfect for a long period of time. And that's not true. Because when you're thinking about the journey of weight loss, hi Penny, the journey of healthy eating, the journey of a healthy lifestyle, like looking ahead in your future, thinking, I want to. So in my group, when you guys join my group, you tell me in the comments, in the questions, what you most struggle with and what you want help with, right? So I see all of these things, and I see how many women struggle with certain symptoms and things in their life, and what help they want help with, what information they want help with. So if that is true, then it is up to you, when you're joining this group, to ask questions, to be on the lives, to look into the programs and stuff. Really, right? To decide that you have the power to begin to make changes now. You don't have to wait. So what changes are you starting to implement in your life? No matter what. It doesn't matter. So the all or nothing is waiting until everything's perfect. No, you start now. There's no waiting. You're going to eat anyways. You're going to wake up tomorrow morning anyways. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, what are some things you can do? Write them out, right? If you're unsure. I could have lemon water in the morning. I could have fresh lemon water in the morning, warm lemon water, and that really helps me with, there's a lot of health benefits to warm lemon water in the morning. Before I even have my coffee, I know that I need to hydrate my body, right? I know that I can start with a healthy green smoothie. That's something you can do. You don't have to wait for things to be perfect. So waiting for things to be perfect, or the all or nothing attitude, I can't start now, is totally, it could be the way you were raised. If you can't start something or do it perfect, don't do it at all. And that is wrong. Get that out of your head. Completely wrong. I don't care how many times your father told you that. It's wrong. Right? The best thing you can do is start now. Start with something simple and take each moment and each day and making a decision to be healthier that day, to do something healthy for yourself today, tomorrow, whatever, right? Each step of the way. So drop the all or nothing. There is no perfect. There is no being perfect. It's about how you decide you are going to live your life, which means how I'm going to eat every day of my life, how I want to feel every day, what types of things can I do to assist my body today, all of those things. So when it comes to the on again, off again, so the people who do really well and then all of a sudden lose interest and go off. Can anybody relate to that? Let me know. Say hi when you're watching live too. Make sure that you comment or say hello or give me a like or something. So the on again, off again is just, it's so common. And I do this too. We may expect a certain result. Let's say I'm wanting to lose a certain pounds. When you look towards losing weight, and that's your measurement of if you are successful or not, right? I want to lose weight. And if you don't lose the weight within 1 or 2 weeks or 3 weeks even, you're thinking in your head, I'm not successful. This is not working. Nothing's working. I guess nothing's going to work, on and on. So it's where your thoughts go when you don't get a specific result, right? Your thoughts go to failure and you quit. Well, for sure, if you quit, you're not going to get results. But we don't think that. We just think it's easier for me just to quit because this is not working, right? So that's why you shift to more of, I'm choosing a certain type of lifestyle. I'm choosing a certain type of life. So have you sat down and really thought about what type of life do I want to live? How do I want to feel every day? How would I like to feed and fuel my body every day? Like if I want to feel like this every day, if I want to look like this, if I want to have this kind of life, what will that require? And I don't think many people do think about this. And that's a big part of it. If you don't actually think about it, you're not going to do things that get you there. You're just going to stay in the old patterns, behaviors, and habits. So if you're not conscious of making certain changes in your life, you're going to stay with the old programming, the old actions, the old thoughts, the words that just kept you where you were, right? So by being like unconscious, like basically living unconscious. And wait for things. Right. Oh, yes. So true, Michelle. Yeah, I'm trying to work on reprogramming my mind on how I look. Then can say to myself, yep. Yeah, and busyness. Oh, busyness. Absolutely. And you know what? That sometimes I'm a person who loves to be busy and doing. Yeah. And, hi, Penny. And so we may have been raised in a way where we think being busy and doing a lot of stuff is being a good, productive person. Someone who doesn't do a lot, who sits around, bang, bang, is lazy and non-productive. So I was raised that way. So for me, it's like, I feel good when I'm busy, right? If I'm busy, to me, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm being good. I'm producing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Even if I'm doing stuff that doesn't even relate to me, my business, right? Doesn't even help me, but I'm busy. So I'm busy because busy can be used as such a, hi Denise, as an excuse. And it is used as an excuse. There's so many people. I'm just too busy. That's an excuse right there. That's an excuse. You may be busy for a certain period of time. Let's say this week I have, you could say to me, this week I have so much going on that I don't have room right now to fit something in. That's okay. That happens. But that cannot continue for the rest of your life. And if it does, it's your fault for being that busy and for having a life that's busy for an extended period of time. And the consequences of having that is going to be bad health, guaranteed 100%. So it's also about taking full responsibility and looking at, how do I choose to live my life? Like, how do I choose my life to be? And when you start hearing, it's impossible, there's no way I can do that. How would I make money? I can't just quit my job My husband would never allow that. How would I feed my kid? You know, all that crap, right? That's just stuff that naturally comes up. You've got to decide how you want your life to be, how you want to live your life, and know I want these things because I know I want to be healthy. If I am not healthy, what will my life look like? Right? And get real with that. We can live our 20s, 30s, early 40s in la la land, not thinking about the future at all, totally fine. You have a lot of other things to do. But when it gets here closer to your 50s and beyond, your body is not going to magically stay healthy. You will continue to gain weight. You will continue to feel less energy. Your health will continue to go downhill. And I know this is so bad. If you don't start taking care of yourself, right? But it's not that hard to take care of yourself. It's just, we have to realize that we have so much programming and conditioning, and we go back into falling into our old habits, patterns, and behaviors because it's easy. So it's like, wow, I see that I'm keeping myself in this state. And I do this too. I have the awareness that what I'm choosing in life, how I choose to live, the things I say to myself, the way I've chosen to be all in on, have brought me here. This is why my life is like this now. And that's okay. It's totally fine. But I actually get to change it. So what are some things I can do starting even tomorrow or tonight? Simple little easy changes that I can make. Right? Remember, no waiting, right? It can be, oh, tomorrow I'm going to get up and I'm going to make a green smoothie because I have not made green smoothies for a long time. Or tomorrow I'm going to go to the farmer's market or the grocery store and pick up more vegetables, more greens and stuff for green smoothies, and I'm going to start tomorrow. That's a start. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to get rid of your family. You just start something, right? We get caught up in our head that it has to be a huge, big thing and that we have to prepare for weeks before we even start. It's not true. You just say to yourself, tomorrow I'm going to drink more clean water. I'm going to notice the thoughts I think. I'm going to choose more healthy foods with each meal. That could be your start tomorrow, right? There you go. Fantastic start, right? Fantastic. That's how to get away from the on again, off again, and all or nothing. You can do really well for a while, then you can do maybe not so well, and then you go back to doing well. It's no big deal. You don't have to ever fall. There's no falling off. There's no falling off. It's you giving up and thinking that because I can't be perfect, I might as well just eat crap, right? No. So what if you missed a day of smoothies? The next day, just have smoothies. Don't make it a big deal, right? We make things such a big deal. We think it's like, oh my God, I missed, right? No. Just brush yourself up. Get back up. Yes, I saw, Allie. That was really good. You showed your super powders, which are fantastic. You bought some great super powders. Great. So we allow ourselves to give up. Now, if you have kids, some people here who have kids, and your child came home every day after school and said, you know what, I'm just too tired to do my homework, or I'm just too busy to do my homework, or I just, you know what, I don't feel like doing my homework. It's boring. I've done it for enough years. I'm done. I'm done doing my homework. I'm not going to do it anymore. Right? Like, what would you say? What would you say? Oh, yeah. Forget about it. Slack off. You don't need to do that. But yet we do that with ourselves, right? We do that with ourselves. So on days, let's say, where you get home and you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Like I've had these days, right? I don't feel like cooking. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired, right? You can do a few things. You can have just a smoothie, or you can, like I told a client, just scrambled eggs and have scrambled eggs and broccoli. Like saute broccoli in a frying pan with a bit of water and put a lid on it and let it steam and kind of cook. Have scrambled eggs and broccoli. Like literally takes a few minutes, right? We think we don't have to sit down for this big, amazing meal that's healthy. You don't have to chop everything for a salad and make a big salad when you don't feel like it, right? Just choose something that's simple and easy. Stop making it so hard and stop overthinking things. Or order out, like takeout, and have something healthy. People think if they order takeout, well, I'm going to order pizza. Well, you can order a freaking salad from somewhere. You don't have to order a pizza. You don't have to order hamburgers, right? So it's just the excuses. You're just choosing. You're making those choices, right? You're not helpless. You're not hopeless. You're very powerful. You just tell yourself you're not, right? And every once in a while, when we do need that time out with friends, we want a hamburger, when you want some French fries, when you want some potato chips, have them. But have them from a mindset of, oh, I'm going to have a few potato chips today. This is such a treat. I'm going to enjoy them thoroughly. But the rest of the day, you've eaten really healthy. It's not like, oh, if I'm having potato chips tomorrow, I might as well have a hamburger, French fries and a pop also. Like that's, right? You're just acting like a child, right? We just have these moments when we're like, we feel like we want to like completely rebel, right? And that if we're doing this, then we're already a failure. So we might as well continue to fail, right? So I believe that I came up with this thing of our 7 personal powers. We have 7 personal powers that when you start to bring them into your life, they will help you. And I'm just going to list the 7 personal powers here. Oh, where do I have them here? I actually wrote down some notes, not that I'm following them so perfectly. Okay, 7 personal powers. So let's talk about the power of choice. I'm going to choose to have a hamburger today. That's coming from empowerment. I eat healthy, but today I'm going to have a hamburger and I'm going to love it. I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic. Then you eat it and whatever. It's great. But you go back to eating healthy after. You don't beat yourself up, right? It's like a treat. It's like, oh my God, I've been eating healthy because I normally eat healthy, but I'm going to have a hamburger today and it's going to be great, right? Power of choice. When you make a choice, that's you in your personal power. When you tell yourself, I've had a bad day, I've had a stressful day, so I'm going to reward myself with a hamburger, that is not coming from a place of power. Identity, the power of your identity. So identity comes about when you're like, I'm the type of person that when I get stressed, I cannot help it, but I got to eat a bag of potato chips. Or when I get stressed, I drink a lot of wine. When I get stressed, I eat carbs. Oh my God, when I get stressed, I eat so many carbs. That, you claiming your identity, therefore you will repeat that pattern, you will repeat that behavior over and over and over again. Because you're telling yourself, when this happens, this is what I do as a definite. I do this absolutely 100%, right? So stop saying you are a certain type of person that you no longer wish to be. In the past, when I was stressed, I used to not be able to stop. When I started eating potato chips, oh my God, I couldn't stop myself. But now I'm choosing to either just have a couple of potato chips, or I'm choosing to say no to potato chips because at this moment I'm saying no to potato chips, and I'll allow myself the once a week that I get to have a meal of anything I want. Something like that, right? Or when I'm stressed, I'm now choosing to come home, grab some water, go for a walk in nature, go sit by the water, go sit at the beach, do something that I love, read a book for an hour, whatever, right? It's now time to make a new choice. So watch what identity you're identifying as. And then the power of boundaries, right? So the boundaries with other people. I'm choosing to say no to these things now in my life because they took up time. And now I'm choosing to say yes to some things that I do want to include in my life, right? So the people that I used to say yes to all the time, and then I began to feel resentful. Oh my God, I don't have enough time. I was losing energy. I was feeling all this. Now I'm choosing to say no because I know that doesn't serve me anymore. And I'm now choosing to say yes to other things that will actually feed and fuel my energy, that will make me feel better, that'll help my health, that'll make me feel good about myself, that'll give me time for just me, right? So your boundaries. And then the power of energy, right? You choosing your energy. I'm choosing to be a powerful person today. I'm choosing not to have a low energy of complain, victimhood, blaming others, telling myself I can never have what I want, beating myself up, hating my body. That's a very low energy, right? You're choosing to stay in this low energy, and that's not serving you. So you get to choose your energy as in, okay, I'm going to choose gratitude today. I'm going to choose to come from a place of love. I'm going to choose to love myself today. I'm going to choose to be good to me today. I'm going to choose to put myself as a priority today. That's your energy. That's your energetic being, right? And then belief and trust. If you decide, when you're always doing on again, off again with healthy eating or exercise, whatever. You're on again, then you're off. Then you're on again, then you're off. And then you promise and tell yourself you're going to stick with it this time. I'm going to stick with it. I promise. Oh my God, I have to stick with it, right? And then you quit. What happens is you lose belief and trust in yourself. You lose trust in yourself and you're like, oh yeah, I know. I have done this many times. I tell myself I'm going to exercise, but in 2 weeks, I stop. It happens all the time, right? And that again is identity. You keep telling yourself that, so it's going to keep happening. But you lose trust and belief in yourself. And then you actually give up on yourself. And then you have formed a belief that it's not possible for you. So the more you repeat a pattern, that belief gets like ingrained even more, right? Wow. Oh my God. Like I see it. I can't do it. It's obviously I can't do it. Or somebody who's tried many, many diets and you haven't lost weight yet. And so you form the belief that it's impossible to lose weight. That for some reason you cannot lose weight. It'll never work for me. It's not possible. It hasn't worked in the past. I've tried so many things and it hasn't worked, right? So you've lost belief and trust. And that is when you've lost that, then you lose hope. And when you lose hope, that's when you feel really more depressed and stuck. And you give up on yourself. And you don't want to do that. You don't have to do that, right? In my programs, we work on that because there's many layers to that and there's many ways of getting through that. And it's common. I've done that in certain areas of my life too. But you just start by knowing, I don't want to stay like this. Like, I don't want to stay like this. I do want to feel healthy. I do want to experience health. I do want to release some of this weight that is dragging me down, right? So the last power is possibilities, because there's always possibilities. There's always something that you can try that's different. There's always something new. You can always get up the next day and decide to commit to yourself, recommit to yourself. Decide that it doesn't matter what happened in the past, that you are recommitting and you are deciding that, yes, I truly do want to have health. I truly do want to feel good every day. I want to age in a way where I can still walk, where I can still hike, where I can still travel, where I can play with my grandkids, where I can go on trips with family. I don't want, so right, you know what you don't want? I don't want to see myself in a home. I don't want to end up in the hospital. I don't want to have a disease or illness. I don't want to be so heavy that I can't even walk anymore, right? You know what you don't want? What do you desire, right? Tap into that. And instead of letting your head go, oh my God, this is no way, stop it. That's just a pattern. That's just a pattern. So that is on that. And there's so much to the mindset part of it. And I truly, truly love this mindset work. And I work through it with all my programs because it is so important. And when you're in the programs, when you're in the coaching, it's easier to work on it because when you start to fall off, that's when we know what to work on specifically, right? Like for each person has something else that trips them up. Like some people love making healthy food. They love cooking. Other people may not like cooking and they don't even want to go into the kitchen. Some people, like I said, are single. And so they're like, I don't like to cook just for myself. So that's their issue. Some other women may have always struggled with weight through their whole life. So they have a belief that they're always going to be that way. Whereas some women just have weight, just gained it, right? So each person is different. We all have something that we are working through and working with and dealing with. You're not alone, right? You're not going through something that's, oh my God, no one's going to understand me. No. We're all going through something. And the thing about having awareness of, oh, these are the things that I see myself doing. I have the awareness that when I start this is what happens to me. Oh yeah, I do really well for 2 or 3 weeks. And then I start to slip up. And in your head, you're going, but I don't know why. I don't know why. You always know why. Because you are the person that's doing it. It's just not in your conscious awareness at the moment. That's all. But you can find out what that is. You can find out what's tripping you up, right? It's totally possible. And for someone who, does anybody here have any mindset issues that they kind of tend to repeat and repeat? Let me know in the comments and I'll talk about that. I can help you right now. Let me know what you deal with when it comes to the mindset around healthy or exercising or losing weight, whatever. What are some things you guys deal with? What are some things you are like, oh my God, if I could only figure this out, things would be so much better. Let me know in the comments. And so post below, I'm just going to talk about for some people, when they think about like healthy eating or losing weight or wanting to be a certain way, what comes in their head is that, it's going to mean I have to eat really boring food. Healthy food is really boring. I don't like to eat that type of food. I don't know how to cook it. It doesn't taste good. It's so expensive. Right? Does anybody think those things? And that is part of, so if you want to kind of know what your beliefs are, you can write out a statement that says like healthy eating, whatever, or staying on track with healthy eating equals blank. Healthy eating equals blank. And then you would say like healthy eating equals boring food. Healthy eating equals hours in the kitchen. Healthy eating equals having to shop all the time. Healthy eating equals eating nothing but vegetables. So boring. That's what your beliefs are. It just shows you what your beliefs are. So when you read those statements, you're like, well, that's why I'm not doing it. Because I believe that healthy eating means all these terrible things, all these negative things. So your focus, when you think about eating healthy, goes to the negative. Well, we're always going to avoid the negative. So why do you think you avoid it then, right? Same with exercising. If you think about exercising and your thoughts go to all the negative things about it, you're not going to do it, right? So if somebody, like for me, because I love healthy food, I love eating healthy. To me, I think about, I'm going to feel so good after. Healthy eating equals, it'll taste so amazing. Healthy eating equals, I will feel so much better. Like tomorrow, knowing that I ate these things today. Healthy eating equals health, freedom, joy, fun. Healthy eating to me equals health, freedom, joy, fun. Because if I'm not healthy, then I'm not going to have much joy in my life, much fun in my life, and I'm not going to feel good. So I associate healthy eating with really positive things. If you associate healthy eating with negative things, you will avoid it, right? So that's a huge thing. Let me see what you guys think. Do you have any insights on that? Ah, thank you so much, Allie. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad. Yes, it helps. Penny, I'm trying to help my daughter and she does well for a couple of weeks and then she reverts, back to carb loading. So I see a pattern, definitely. I understand it's not until you commit and believe that it isn't hard as you think it will be. She likes the green drinks and is surprised how good they're. Great. Yeah, now there's also emotional reasons why people eat certain foods. So it could be, I'm not sure how old she is, Penny. Tell me how old she is. There could be carbs and starchy carbohydrates. What they do to us is they numb us, foggy brain. So if someone suffers from like anxiety or someone suffers from a lot of overthinking in their head and their brain, they're in their head. When you eat starchy or carbohydrates or heavy foods, it brings you into your body. It makes you feel heavy. Gets you out of your head, gets you out of the flighty, anxious feeling into a grounded, heavy feeling. It's good for those people. I don't mean for weight, but it makes them feel better. Okay? So this is really important. So if someone, that's comfort food. That's why they call it comfort food. It also usually is surrounded by thoughts of love, the way my parents ate, the way my grandma ate, the things my mom made that were really, like my mom made cinnamon buns all the time. My mom always cooked potatoes, always had heavy food like that, meat and potatoes. So there's a lot of that around it. Heavy, starchy food will make you feel grounded and in your body and get you out of the flighty, anxious, stressed out feeling of this. So if anybody is experiencing more anxiety, is an overthinker, is always worried or in fear, or has a life that is very stressed, busy, confusing, that eating those foods will make them feel better. It also sets off chemicals in your body to make you feel better. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a huge part of it, Penny. Yes, so true, Kate. Hey, nice to have you here. Yeah, when you think healthy eating like that, when you think healthy eating and you think of all the positive benefits, you will more likely. So what a great idea is to write out all the positive benefits of eating healthy and to write out the negative benefits and get real with yourself, right? When you're eating those foods, are you doing it to distract yourself, to ground yourself? And so, Penny, you want to get her to do some deep breathing, to do grounding, to get outside, get out into nature positively. Yeah, you can do, it's okay to have carbs sometimes. It's totally okay to have potatoes sometimes. But when you're using them in abundance and not eating healthy foods, because actually the healthy foods will give you more of an elevated light feeling. Healthy foods will. And sometimes people are looking for the heavy grounded feeling. You can do that by breathing, right? Doing your grounding, breathing, exhaling, grounding into that. You can look up grounding meditations, grounding, breathing techniques online. Very, very important to understand that. Yes, very good. So when we're sick, when we're not feeling well, when we're worried, when we're stressed, we feel like having those starchy foods which help us feel grounded. But you can do that by breathing, grounding, meditation, going by the ocean, sitting by the water, walking barefoot on the ground. You can do that also. Having some warm tea, something like that. Some comforting drink also helps. Okay, let's see what else we have. So a big part, like we said, where's your focus when you think about whatever you're trying to do? So if you're trying to exercise, but you're not, if you're trying to eat healthy, but you're not, if you're trying to, whatever you're trying to do, right? When you think about it, what are the first thoughts that come into your head? Then you know why you're avoiding it. And you just need to turn it around. You just need to commit and decide. So we can commit and decide that we're going to decide to make a change, that we're going to do something. But of course, resistance comes up. Thoughts of failure come up. Thoughts of, you can't do this. Don't be so stupid. So when you hear those thoughts, they're not real. They're just old stuff coming up to be cleared. Old stuff coming up to stop you. You don't get caught up in those old thoughts and feelings. Have the awareness they're there, and then decide, you know what, I'm not going to let those things get to me. I am choosing now to do this, not that. Okay? So it's like talking to yourself, being conscious, hearing yourself. Oh my God, I hear I'm saying this stuff to myself again. I don't want that anymore. I'm now choosing this. So write down on a piece of paper, I am now choosing blank. Have that with you everywhere. I am now choosing, and make that choice every minute, every second, every hour, every day, every month. Right? It's just recommitting to yourself and not letting yourself easily go back. It's like, oh, I might as well. No. You're just choosing to go back to old patterns and behaviors, right? It's not going to serve you. Oh, I'm doing a special right now, ladies, for if you want a one-on-one session with me, that's one-on-one on video chat, video Zoom. It's $111, and I'll give you recipes, and I'll give you some handouts, and we'll set up a plan for you where you can start, what you can do to get you on the right path. I will discover whether it's what you're eating that is preventing the weight loss or not feeling good. And I'll give you the recipes and let you know, okay, this is where I want you to start. These are some things I want you to do. And you start off on that, and you get on the right track for you now. So that's $111 for a one-on-one. It's 1 hour to 90 minutes, depends on how much we need. And then, like I said, I will email you all the recipes and handouts, everything that I believe you need to get yourself started, so you have an action plan for you to get moving forward in the right direction, so that you have the awareness what's holding you back. So I can also very quickly sense mindset stuff that's screwing you up. And then we will reframe it. And I will, you'll have exercises and things to do so that you can get over that aspect, so that you have new awareness and get on the right thought patterns for you. Get you on the right track. So reach out to me on Messenger right now. That's a special. Okay, is there any other questions? Do you guys have any questions about the food, about mindset, about stress, about symptoms? Any symptoms maybe you're having? Anything like that? And there's another video on Saturday morning, Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific on Saturday. What topic would you guys like the most on Saturday? I'm open to hearing a topic that someone really wants to learn more about, and I'll talk about that on Saturday. Let me know. But also let me know if you have any questions, comments, or any other mindset stuff that you're like, because I've covered quite a lot, and make sure to watch from the beginning. It was really good. So much great information in here. I hope that it helps. I'm sure that it will in many ways. I'm just looking through so just think about those 7 personal powers, and know that when we go into victim, when we go into, oh, I can't, I don't know how, I'm so confused, it's a way of us escaping a bit, right? Going into kind of like victim mode, where I can't figure this out. I'm helpless. I'm hopeless. I've tried before. Nothing's ever going to work. I lived in that, you guys, for years. I used to be that way for years. So I know all about that. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. That is absolutely for sure. But, oh yes, so good to have you here, Denise. But Denise has been in a few of my programs. So it's so important just to say, you know what, I'm just going to commit to myself again. It doesn't matter how many times I've failed in the past, because what are you going to do about it anyways? Like, it's done. It's done, right? We've got to let go of the shame. And you got to be like, I'm going to decide, and I'm going to say yes to me. And I'm just going to do the best I can for me, right? And that's where to start. And when you start tomorrow, because you guys are going to make some changes tomorrow, right? whatever happens tomorrow is okay. It's okay if you're not perfect tomorrow. It's okay if you didn't put all the perfect things in your smoothie tomorrow. It's okay if you didn't drink as much water as you thought tomorrow. It's okay. Just say, okay, oh, I noticed that. I noticed that. Right, okay, tomorrow I will do this then, right? Like it's just day by day. But be conscious when you're going through your day of how you're doing. But don't beat yourself up. Just be conscious, right? It's like, oh, yes, okay. Oh, wow, I noticed that today I brought this for lunch, but I was actually a little bit hungrier. So maybe I need to bring something else. Or I noticed that having my great, super nutritious salad today, I felt so good in the afternoon. So that's positive, right? Things like that, right? Just commit to yourself every day. Know you're worth it. You're worthy. Whatever happened in the past is over. It doesn't matter. No more shame, no more guilt. Start again, recommit, decide you're worthy, and that you, by taking the best care of you, is also giving other people permission to do the same for them. Because you want everybody else around you to be super healthy, but they're the ones who have to take care of themselves, right? So don't take on their, don't try to fix everybody around you. First yourself. Natural progesterone called Kate. Yeah. If you're in perimenopause, then progesterone first is a good thing to take. Thank you, Michelle. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and maybe we'll see you on Saturday at the next. Michelle, is there any topic you want me to cover on Saturday? And Allie, what else? Allie, Denise, Penny, any topic you guys want me to cover on Saturday? Let me know. Anybody here? 5-HTP at night, yep, but I'm worried this will affect my estrogen ratio. It's hard to tell. Oh, okay, then you're probably fine taking a bit of progesterone. Because your progesterone is the first hormone to drop when you are in perimenopause. Okay, so you guys let me know if there's any topics you want me to discuss on Saturday. Saturday it's 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and I will be here again. All right. Okay, that is something I can tell you. Talk about foods to decrease inflammation and foods that cause inflammation, Michelle. So I can definitely talk about that. All right, and remember the one-on-one session with me is on sale right now, 111, and you will get a lot of really great information that will get you started on the right path instead of you searching, trying this and that and all over the board, and then nothing really works. All right, so place to start. Okay, have an amazing night. Let me see what else. Oh, that's Kate. Let me see. Oh, yes. Well, of course, go, Kate. Kate, you've been in so many of my programs. You already know so much of the information. Thanks for being here. All right. Bye, ladies. Have an absolutely amazing evening. Remember, you can start tonight. You can start tomorrow morning. And no more waiting, okay? No more waiting. Bye.